What's good people? It's your boy Roddy Rambo, and today I got another video for you guys, man. So before we get started, the My Park videos is in the works right now, so don't sweat it. I will be dropping some videos at June 1st. There will be dropping. It's in the works right now. Just bear with your boy. But anyways, a few things we're gonna have to talk about. We got another NBA talk about the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference Finals. The matchup we all like to see, and I'm pretty sure everybody already seen this coming. Let's start off with the Western Conference Finals. You got the San Antonio Spurs and the Golden State Warriors. Now, I want to put my input about this, cause I really have to put this. I gotta put a point into this. So let me start off with game one. About game one, all I can say is that the Spurs was really putting in that work against the Warriors. You can't lie. I'm dead serious. Bro. It was on that Sunday. I watched the game. I sit here like, yo, no. Don't tell me this is about, bruh. And it was early when this happened. It was early when it happened. I'm sitting here like, how is this happening? What in the world is going on? So my grandmama, okay, she used to root for the Spurs. Now all of a sudden she with the Warriors. I'm like, bruh, this team is too OP. I'm not finna go with that, bruh. I'm not finna go with the Warriors. Warriors are too OP, bruh. But anyways, game one, Kawhi Leonard pretty much did his thing before he got injured. Now, speaking of the injury, after they got hot in the first half, they was bruh, it was crazy. Now, first half, it was all Spurs. And I sit here wondering, I'm like, bruh, they can actually beat the Warriors. They can actually sit here and make this an interesting series. So I'm like, okay. I'm about to go ahead and watch what we looking like. Then when Kawhi got injured, oh my God, bruh, all I can say is I was speechless. Because I was like, bruh, don't tell me this is what I'm about to see. Don't tell me that if Kawhi goes out, that's the series. And that's pretty much what it was looking like. Because the Warriors fought back, came right back, and made this a game. I'm sitting here like, bruh, the Spurs are choking right now. What in the world is going on? Like, oh my goodness, dog. That's crazy. And it's funny how you come back from a 25-point deficit with your best player getting injured. That's wild. That is wild. I can't have that, dog. That is wild. But, sad to say, Warriors just got lucky. That's really all I can really say. The Warriors got lucky. They got lucky. Because if it hadn't been for Pachulia with his box out injuring Kawhi, we would say this could still be a series. Now, since he got injured, I was like, bruh, I feel like... Now, before I even talk about the injury, I feel like the way he boxed the closeout, it was supposed to be a closeout, but anyways, yeah, the way he was closing out, it wasn't really intentional. Like, he was trying to go for the block, and I guess his feet kind of randomly. Now, I'm not defending Zaza. Zaza trash. I'm sorry. That dude is buns cheeks. I'm saying, dog. But anyways, man, if yeah, man, Zaza, he is trash. He has a history of doing this for years now. If y'all remember when Zaza was with the Mavericks, if y'all remember that he had a flagrant 2. He had a flagrant 2 foul for elbowing Patty Mills. If y'all remember that, That was when Zaza was with the Mavericks at the time. And another incident where Zaza was holding on to Kawhi's arm, bruh, and almost broke his arm on top of that. I'm sitting here like, bruh, this man is just straight dog dirty in my boy Kawhi, bruh, because this dude is trash. Like, straight buns, cheeks of the booty, fam. Like, oh my goodness, bruh. Can you, bruh? That's wild. But, sad but say, the 25-point lead was blown. Warriors won that. 113, 111 was the final score. Warriors took that game. Game 2, I didn't even bother watching that game. Reason why I didn't bother watching it, because ain't no Kawhi. This not even going to be an interesting series if Kawhi's not playing. Some people may agree with me when I said this. Like, bruh, I would not watch this game if Kawhi's not playing. Now, keep in mind, I watched Jonathan Simmons. That man was catching fire. That man was actually catching fire. Even though they lost by 36 and the biggest lead for the Warriors was 41. Even though that happened, all I can say is this man, Jonathan Simmons, man, he was putting in that work when Kawhi got injured. Even though they lost, he really put in the work. And that's, hey, man. But it wasn't really, even though he dropped 22 points, I feel like it well, actually, it's not even much a feeling. It actually happened. Like, it wasn't even much going to happen. It wasn't even much going to make an impact, even though he scored 22, because they still lost by 36. Now, for game 3, if Kawhi comes back and does not get injured, if he doesn't get injured, I'll say, I'd say they can win game 3, and then you're at home. But at the same time, it's the Warriors. And I've been saying this from the jump. I said this. If you're up by 2, you're actually up by 1. This is just going up against the Warriors alone. If you're talking about anybody else, that's a whole different story. But if you're going up against the Warriors, you got to think of it as a different perspective. If you're up by 2, you're actually up by 1. If you're up by 4, you're actually up by 2. If you're up by 10, you're actually up by 5. You're up by 20, you're actually up by 10. Basically, you got to beat the Warriors to the point where they can't come back from that deficit. And I've been saying this before Durant decided to go to Golden State. Before he lifted the Little B curse. Way before. And I'm sitting here like, bruh. Yeah, man. It's wild. Now, if Kawhi gets injured in game 3. Now, before I even talk about game 3, and I told my folks about this. I said that if Kawhi would have played in game 2, he would have been done for the season. He would have been done. That was wild. And I don't want to see the Spurs getting swept. I can't see the Spurs that's meant for championships going out like that. Like, losing Tony Parker wasn't bad enough. Losing Tony Parker didn't harm them at all. But at the same time, for them to lose Kawhi, that is a huge loss. That is a huge loss that you got to come back from. If Kawhi were to be done for the season, that's probably going to be a sweep, or just going to sneak a 5 games in, at least. But if Kawhi is still healthy, stays healthy with his ankle, doesn't get his ankle sprained, I can see this going to 7, maybe 6 games. I can see it go to at least 6 to 7 games. I can kind of see it. If y'all can see it, hey, let me know in the comments. Do y'all see a game 6 or a game 7 if Kawhi was healthy, or do you see a sweep or just a 5-game series? Now, if I had my mind to it, I would say Warriors in 5, maybe a sweep if Kawhi was injured. But if he doesn't get injured, it's probably going to be probably a game 7 or maybe game 6. But changing subjects. Now we got to talk about the Cavs and the Celtics. And boy, oh boy, I got something to say. I got plenty of things to say about this series. Celtics fans out there, if y'all listening to this, if y'all watching this video, I'm gonna let you know right now that your squad is gonna get swept. I'm gonna just let that be said. Y'all are gonna be lucky. Y'all are going to be lucky to get one win in the books. You're going to be lucky to get one win. And that's going to be at home. Because I said this to myself. I said, if y'all get stumped on game 1 and game 2, y'all do realize we are about to sweep y'all, bro. We beat y'all and we won the season series 3-1. But at the same time, it's the playoffs. Anything can happen. But at the same time, this man LeBron dropped 38 on y'all head. That is just sad. That is sad for LeBron to be bruh. Oh my gosh. I don't see no game 6. I don't see a game 6. I don't see a game 6 at all. Maybe a game 5. Maybe a game 5. If it ain't going to game 5, it's most likely a sweep. It is most likely a sweep. So, IT, hey, I like you, fam. Hey, I see what you've been doing, but I got a quick question for y'all. How are you going to go 6 games? How you go through 6 games against 8 seed Bulls? So you mean to tell me that if Rondo was never injured, say that Rondo never got injured, right? Y'all would have got swept? Because if so, I feel sorry for y'all to be in the top seed, because that is insane. That is crazy. Like, what? That's wild, man. That is really wild. That is really wild for you to go 6 games against an 8 seed team, which should have been a sweep. If you ask me, which should have been which should have been a sweep. But at the same time, you went through 6 games against an 8 seed team. Then on top of that, it took y'all 7 games against the Wizards. Now keep in mind, Wizards is a great team. I'm not gonna lie to you. John Wall is that man. Bradley Beal. Who else? Otto Porter. Those guys, hey, bro, Markieff Morris, bro, their team was low-key stacked. I'm not gonna lie. And it took them, it took courage for those guys to go through 7 games against a top-ranked team, which could have swept them, or would have been took it to 5, or should have took it to 5, if you really think about it. Because the Cavs had an easy road to the playoffs. Now, keep in mind, the Cavs just wanted the season to be over with. Because here's my thing: if they would have been in the top seed, they would have been going to they would have went up against the Bulls. I kind of would have said that would have been a 5-game series if they would have went up against the Bulls. But at the same time, if they would have went up against so even if they beat the Bulls, which would have really happened because the atmosphere would have been insane. If they would have went up against the Wizards, that also would have been 7 games, maybe even 6, because those teams would have made it a little bit interesting, just a little bit, and I'm not gonna front. It would have made it interesting. Now, Cavs going up against the Pacers, yeah, that was insane. Now, the only game they gave us a run for our money was Game 3. After that, that just went down in the window. Sorry about that, y'all. That just cut me off. But anyways, this video about to end in a little bit, but let me go ahead and make this quick. If I had the notch about the Celtics and the Cavs series, that would go to that would have went to 4 games. You're gonna be lucky to get 5. Y'all will be lucky to make it to 5 games, but y'all will get swept. I'm gonna just let that be said. So, so Celtics fans, if y'all are watching this, I'm gonna just let that be said. That now, keep in mind, I like IT. I really do. I'm not gonna front. IT is that man. I'm not gonna front. IT is that man, but y'all got to go, fam. Y'all gotta go, bro. Y'all not hanging with the Warriors. That's facts. That is facts. I'm just sorry. And it just might be Warriors and the Cavs all over again. And you already know the Cavs and the Warriors do not like each other. This would have been the 3rd consecutive year. The 3rd, if not the 3rd consecutive year, these guys going at it. And some people comparing the Cavs and Warriors to the Celtics and Lakers, and it's kind of looking like that. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, share, comments, and subscribe if you guys are new. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Peace.